biggest problem in this society is we want to entertain ourselves first before we make the money. So by the time we get the money, it's all gone. You already spent it. Spent it on that game you went to. You spent it on that movie. You spent it on that eating out. They programmed us not even to be cooking our own food, to go buy food to poison our own system. It's not the grocery store's fault. It's not the big farmer. It's not Monsanto's fault. They're just providing a service, and we are happy to indulge. It's our fault. These businesses won't survive without our help. The way this system works won't survive unless it had customers, right? My business won't survive if I don't get clients, right? To do business with me. So who's where the problem lies? All back on us. The decisions we making mentally that put us in these positions. You came into this world in as a winner. So why are you losing now? Because you forgot. You forgot who you are. You forgot your true divinity. You forgot where your true power lies. You place power in people's idea of you and not the power in your truthful idea of yourself. So change the idea of who you are, change your life. Change how you see yourself. Change the idea that you allow external things control what's inside of you. Change the idea that you need people to validate you in order to feel like you're something. Peace, peace. What's up? What's up? What's up? It is Sunday, December the 8th. Just a few weeks left to this year, and we will be bringing in 2025. And those of you who listen to me often know that every year we do this New Year ritual where we write down the things that we wish to happen in our life and put forth an effort for the new year. We put our intentions out there as a group, and we write it down and we burn it, and then we see those intentions fulfilled throughout the year. I always remind, I say it consistently, that when you ask for something, you will get it. You will get it. You'll get it. Like, say if you just, times I just ask for the truth. I just want the truth of things, right? And then I'll see the truth. Sometimes that truth is uncomfortable to see it. It's like, wow, this is not what I expected. But what did I expect? I said I wanted the truth. Sometimes we'll ask for the truth and then we don't specify. Well, don't give me the truth that's gonna mess with me. When you ask for the truth, all it can do is present itself. There's really no other way. The truth is the truth. A lie has different flavors, sizes. A lie, something that's not truthful, and usually lies make you feel comfortable for the most part. But the truth can make you feel comfortable too if you just accept it and say, this is what it is. This is how it is. But I know one thing for sure, that we've been told comfortable lies since the time we entered this world after birth. We've been told so many things that are untrue. We were told that there are this select few of people that are chosen, and they have the gift that God has a calling on their life. And there's the ones that are sent here to deliver the word of God to you, to deliver divine teachings to you. And it's understandable why people believe that, because, you know, when you read the Bible and it talks about this chosen one, the Christ who was sent into the world to save the world. And if you've been taught that all your life, that there's this one person, this one man was sent here to save me, what will happen is you will adopt the idea that someone out there is here to fix you or fix a problem for you. There's all you got to do is believe. And that, once you believe, everything's taken care of. Don't worry about it. And under the Christian theology, as long as you believe in Christ, you'll go to heaven. Just believe. You're going to suffer while you're here. You're going to have all these issues. You know, you will suffer as Christ has suffered. That's what the scriptures will say. Right? That's what the pastor will say. That's what the preacher will tell you. He's the chosen one. Just believe in him. Believe in the things he did. But it's funny. The very person that they told you to believe in said to his own disciples, says, you will do greater things than I. He said something totally different. See, everyone else is saying who's the chosen one, telling you who the chosen one, but the Christ himself said to his own disciples that you will do greater things than I. I mean, they didn't put that in the scriptures for no reason. That only, then some people say, well, that was only for the apostles. They're the only ones that were commissioned by Christ to do anything as far as miracles and things like that, to deliver the gospel to the world, to continue the preaching. And then there's these people that'll come into their own, and they will be the pastors and the ministers, the priests, the rabbis, and they will be the ones to tell you what God's will is. They're the chosen ones. But there's something interesting about that. It's very interesting that I didn't hear this God that they're talking about tell me that. What I heard was another man or woman tell me that right here in the same, that breathes breath just like I do. They're the ones telling me that, because the calling that I get, that I hear, is that not only am I a chosen one, everyone on this planet is a chosen one, whether they are conscious of it or not. Everyone is a chosen one, from far as I could tell. And it's really, when you look at it, it's very simple biology. The reason why everyone is a chosen one, because you're here. You're breathing breath right now. And you'll continue to be the chosen one until you stop breathing this breath in this world. Everyone is the chosen one. That's who the chosen one is. The issue is our structure of theology through the world's religions have made you believe that something, someone, somewhere else is the chosen one. Everyone is special if you're here. And I can talk to you, you can see me, and I see you. See, think about that. If you really stop and think about that, if you look at everyone, even the people that make you angry, that even slight you, and you look at them in the light, the divine light of that these people are chosen just like you, your whole way you exist with people will change. If everyone had that mindset, I strongly believe we won't have the conflicts that we deal with. The reason why I believe we have so many conflicts because we believe divinity is outside of us, is somewhere else, and something is coming to fix it. Some God is coming to fix it all and just wipe out what's wrong and start off on a clean slate. So that what that means is if that's true, that means that some people will have to go. Some people will have to die because they're not qualified to exist in this new world order of peace, prosperity, where everyone is going getting along, because not everybody is going to want to get on that program. But if you remove the theology, well, if you remove those teachings and you just look at people as people and that they're all divine, and if only they could just adopt the idea that they are a chosen one, that they're special, and that they're divinity, that would change their whole existence. So there won't be a need for someone to come down and just destroy people because they're not being peaceful. If this mindset, when people have this mindset, just shift by just 10%, that would make it a phenomenal difference in the world. See, I believe that the reason why we have these issues is because majority of people don't think they're special. They have a viewpoint of themselves that they're not important. I'm not talking about being arrogant and, some person who just sticks themselves up and shows off. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about having a healthy viewpoint of yourself and your divinity in your connection with this world. You're here. You're chosen to be here to be special, to show your special talents, to show your abilities, not to show off your abilities, but to use your abilities to uplift yourself, number one, and number two, to uplift other people around you, not by intruding on their life and trying to make them change, but by your own example of how you present yourself to the world. Being an inspiration by your behavior, because people respect more of what they see and observe you do than what you tell them what you do. They look at behavior, how you deal with conflict, how you deal with the challenges you meet. And through your challenges and your behavior and you overcoming and transcending difficult situations, people see that, wow, that's exhilarating. And then they could say, well, I can do the same thing. And this is what Christ was telling him. He said, right, you guys, listen, you think what I'm doing here, these miracles, raising the dead, healing the sick, and helping people realize their godship, their divinity is something? You guys are going to do greater than me. No, why did he say that to his disciples? First of all, he was just one and they were many. And because they would do greater, they would share that word with other people and it would multiply. So there's the greater. But see, what happened, the word of Christ that started off back then got diluted, convoluted, manipulated, and straight up, they just started telling lies. They started telling you December 25th is Jesus Christ's birthday. They started telling you to go find some Easter eggs, and that celebrates the death of Christ. And then not to mention all these other holidays that were the original, these original holidays, how they started off had nothing to do with Christ, had nothing to do with divinity, had everything to do with paganism and what people were were doing at the time, and they wanted to get a camaraderie between the pagans and the Christians, and they just started incorporating things. I mean, this is not hard to research. you see. But because as children, our parents came along and told us these wonderful fairy tales about Santa Claus and he's going to be coming down the chimney and deliver us these presents. Santa Claus is the chosen one to make us happy. And he's doing it all on Christ's birthday. He's going to bring you some presents. Which in turn confused the hell out of the children, like as I lived in Brooklyn, New York, in an apartment building. Now, well, what chimney he's coming down in here? I mean, I've actually asked my parents this at one point, like, well, what chimney are they coming down? Like, this doesn't it just confused the hell out of me because as a kid, you want to believe these stories, right? You want to believe this guy is coming to give me these presents, yay! And then you start thinking like, how the hell he's coming down here to 700 Gates Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, this apartment building? He's gonna come down the chimney and give me some toys. Because only chute we had was an incinerator where we would take the trash and put it in the trash and let it go down there, and then that's where all the rats and roaches were down there. Like, it really messes with your head as a kid. And then, I mean, if you did have a chimney, how this big fat guy gonna get down this chimney and be okay? What kind of special abilities he's got to squeeze down this thing? It just shows you how people can be easily manipulated into these thought processes and continue these traditions that are not true. And then we expect the truth to come in our lives and wonder why we live lies, why we encounter people who tell us lies. Because when you really go back to the very beginning, we've been lied to all our life. And we call them innocent lies. You got to lie to the kids to make them feel good and confuse the hell out of them at the same time. We justify these things. And it's time. If we want a real shift in our existence and have a better existence, we got to be truthful about it. We got to be real. And we have to stop looking at these illusions that we are not special people. That you're not special. See, that inner dialogue that you're telling yourself every day is deciding how your day is going to be. What you wake up first thing in the morning, you say to yourself, or what you're thinking about. Are you waking up in the morning thinking about something bad that happened to you the day before that no longer exists? Or are you waking up in the morning and deliberately choosing to say, today is a good day and I'm going to stay in this mood? Yes. Will there be challenges to bring me back to my old self? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. There's going to be challenges trying to hold on to the idea that you're the chosen one. That's a challenge. Why? Because everybody all your life didn't really make you feel like that or try to encourage you to think like that. So basically, you're on this soul journey, soul, S-O-L-E, soul, S-O-U-L, journey to convince yourself that you're the chosen one. And you're going to have along that path people trying to make you think you're crazy for feeling that way about yourself. You think you're special. Yes, you are special. Yes, I think I'm special. And what's wrong with that? Yes, I'm the chosen one. Know why? Because I'm here. I'm here in this. I can get up and breathe and exist every day. I can choose to be a good person or a bad person. I can choose to have a great day or a bad day. I can choose to live my life to the fullest, or I can just choose to have a Monday existence. I have all of these choices. I've been chosen to be here to be who I choose to be. But what about God's will? God's will for you is for you to choose the best path possible that you could have the highest divine experience in this life, whatever that is. It's not for me to tell you. And guess what? God ain't even telling you this. He just put you in and said, you know what? He just gave them a couple of things. He said, be fruitful, become many, and have dominion. And you got to have dominion over that mind. You got to have dominion over your thoughts. You have to realize and ask yourself, are these my thoughts? Are these manipulated thoughts making me believe these are actually my thoughts? Because you got something trying to manipulate you every day. You watch TV, there's a commercial trying to manipulate you and taking pills to have harder erections. You got ones taking pills to get rid of arthritis. You got ones to get something for diabetes. You got all kind of manipulative programming all around you every day that you are picking up and choosing to believe or not to believe. And the thing is, it's so deep now, you could just think about something and something to show up on your computer that you was thinking about. I think these computers know when you got a headache. Because for sure you have a headache and then you all of a sudden Tylenol, Bear, all these commercials start popping up. I really believe all of this Wi-Fi, 5G is tapping into our consciousness and feeding us, receiving and giving us ideas. I mean, anybody else experience that? You think, man, I had a headache, I got a headache, and the next thing you know, I see all these things about headaches, and I don't keep painkillers in the house. Because I know how to naturally get rid of a headache. And then again, it's very rare that I even have one. Like, I'll tell you, I was dealing with vertigo. The doctors that tell you it's these crystals loosen up. Maybe that's true. But what's causing the crystals to loosen up? What is causing that disruption? Because I believe most illnesses, anything you deal with is mainly diet related, whether it's something you're taking in internally or something you're putting on your skin and also something you're putting into your consciousness. It's some type of diet that's causing issues. You see? So, do you believe you're the chosen one? And if you do believe, great. Continue down that path of making sure you talk to yourself in a positive way, telling yourself, I'm the chosen one. But if you don't believe it, you might want to get in the habit of looking in that mirror every day. I talk about this and talking very well to yourself, treating yourself well. Talk to yourself well and treat yourself well. Even take yourself out on a date. Go out there and enjoy life. You don't have to be with anybody. Sometimes that's where the problem happens, when you're with somebody. You go out, you want to enjoy a meal. You go with somebody and they start trying to infiltrate your mind with their old types of ideas they got going on. And next you know, you're in this mental battle before you know it. And then you don't even realize why. Like, why are we in this conflict? Because they got ideas just like you have ideas. And sometimes people have these ideas and they want to push their ideas on you and don't want to accept that you don't want that idea. That's yours. Keep that. I don't mind hearing it, but keep your idea. It's yours. I may not have to agree with it or want to be like that. That's your experience. Wow. That's great. I want to be able to choose my own experiences. That's really the key to a lot of our conflicts. We don't accept people how they are and what they are. And then sometimes what I am today, I may not be tomorrow because my consciousness is evolving, it's changing, right? Same thing with people. Where a person was 10 years ago, they're not the same now. Hopefully, people change. And this is one of the big reasons why when you become transformed, your family don't accept it most of the time because they're still looking at you as little whoever from before. They don't believe in, they can't see you any different than what they experienced with you all their life. So they have a hard time accepting your transformation, your change. Like one day you was a person who was very bad with money. Then you had an epiphany. You discovered that you can live life differently. And you start managing your money differently. And then now because you're managing your money different, you want to share your newfound discovery of how to manage money with them. They won't accept it. Because to you, you're not the chosen one. To them, you're not the chosen one. You're just somebody who used to blow all your money at one point. How did you come across all this knowledge? But some of your best teachers are the ones who really screwed up in that area, and they transformed into something different. That's an accomplished person. I know you know people that's still the same way they was 10, 20, doing the same thing, talking about the same things. I know. You go back to the hood that you grew up in, or even get on the phone with people you've known a lot, and they have not changed. They still talking about the same thing, having the same problems, having the same conflicts with relationships, and every time you talk to them, it's always the other person. I met this guy, I met this girl, and they did this, they did that, blah, 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 blah. And then, wait a minute, hold up. You done been with a lot of people, and they all had the same problem. But you ain't got none. Either you are perfect, and you're just a victim to every situation you get into, or maybe you're just looking at this wrong. And it ain't them. These people that you're coming in contact is just projectional thoughts of your consciousness. You just manifesting them into you. You're manifesting who you are into your life. See, when you don't believe you're the chosen one, when you have these oppositional thinking to your divinity, you will never see the truth of what you're bringing into your life, who's around you. You will never see it because you don't realize that person that you're dealing with, that person you have an issue with, is only the physical manifestation of the conflict that already exists within you. As within, so without. As above, so below. You are the chosen one. You are the God. You are the I am of your whole existence. There's no other God before you but you. Oh, you said the word God, and God, you see, to the saints, or the so-called saints' mind, the religious, theological, staunch religious folks, that is considered blasphemy. And they're right. From their perspective, it's blasphemy because they can never see themselves as divinity. They can never see themselves as the chosen one. They can never see themselves as God made manifest in the flesh. So yes, it's blasphemy. But to the person who understands their own divinity, it's not blasphemy. It makes perfect sense. So you just want to believe you just came here, your mom, dad got together, had a good time, sweat a little, and conceived you, and that was an accident. You just believe just like that Darwin guy says some nonsense about a Big Bang Theory, right? that the scientists try to push off on you, right? This Big Bang thing and everything just poof came into perfect synchronicity. Your body works in perfect harmony with itself until you do something to disrupt it by way you eat, way you think, that but it is a perfect working divine. I don't even want to use the word machine. It's way more than I can describe, right? So you just believe you just by chance came here. By chance ended up in the United States of America, where you have to go to the indoctrination camp called the United States Public Education System. Then once you finish that, you go off to college. That's all by chance. Or you will hear sent into this world to show who you really are, your divinity to the world, your Christ consciousness. Because everybody has the ability to have this Christ consciousness, this higher state of being. Everybody has that. I don't care where they are in this world. The difference is different. The difference in where the people's mindsets is just basically what they believe about themselves. It's all strips down to that one thing. How do you feel about yourself? What you believe? What your self-talk is? That's it. And from that, it produces or it births all of your financial outcomes, your spiritual outcomes, your relationship outcomes, all of that. It's not very complicated. What is complicated is all of the narratives in the stories we tell ourselves. Even I came to realize in conversation with my good friend, like a brother, Javier, we were talking the other day, and I was talking about some spirituality stuff. And he helped me realize, even in the spiritual sense of these conversations, we can tell ourselves some stories and don't realize that we just have to just let go of these narratives that we're creating and just accept what is right now. Right now is what? Who am I right now? What is it? You might be a person struggling with your finances right now, but it don't have to stay that way. And if you look at life, nothing ever stays the same. You have one day, your money low, and one day it's high. And then you have to examine why some days it's low and then some days it's high. Why? Because you going high and low in your consciousness. You going high. You're thinking lack. At that, when you start to see the benefits of how you're thinking, there was some time in the past you thought of lack. I'm not going to have anything. I'm losing it all. And then eventually that happens. And it's until you change that mindset, I haven't lost nothing. I have an abundance of everything. Everything's good. And you stay on that, stay focused on that, then it changes. That's what matters. Nothing else matters but how you perceive and how you behave and respond to the thoughts in your mind. No one is making you feel anything. Do people do things to us or try to say things to hurt us? Yes. But it's up to you as the individual, it's up to me as the individual to buy into what they're doing and say and respond to what they're doing. It's all up to me. Still my choice. Even when you say you're not in control, you're in control. You're never not in control of your life. Whether it's in chaos or in peace, you're never not in control. Because simply put, the idea of not being in control, that thought, you're controlling that thought. There's no such thing as not being in control. There's no such thing in not trusting in something. Because even when you say you don't trust something, you're trusting that you don't trust that. You get it? Do you see when you start peeling back these layers one by one, you start to see the truth that everything is just a thought form. It's just an idea that you're creating and you're believing in, and you're moving forward with those beliefs. And because you're moving forward with those belief systems, these are your results. Everything. Just when you think you got it, you realize you don't got it. Because wait a minute, hold. See, that's what I'm saying. Unraveling this consciousness and raising your vibration to a Christ higher state of being is work. And this is why when you try to go move on to new things and build new things, it becomes difficult. It's not that the task itself is difficult. It's that the old you is always trying to pull you back. You might be on the road with your newfound consciousness, Christ consciousness, higher thinking. You might be on the road. And then something comes in from the old you and presents itself, and you just, next thing you know, you're over there. But see, what's beautiful about that is it still shows you have more work. And then secondly, if you can realize that you move backwards, that just the conscious thought of knowing that you have been enlightened. See, people, there's a lot of talk about enlightenment, right? Becoming enlightened, this enlightened being. Enlightenment is simply this. Just realizing that you're in control of everything by your thoughts. That's the enlightenment. Enlightenment is not somebody just sitting there with their legs floating in their home and now they're just swami and they have total peace. Enlightenment is knowing that chaos and peace exist together in perfect harmony. It's called the yin and the yang. That chaos is necessary for you to become aware of where you need to work on in your peace. See, we resist these things by saying that's bad. And we put a judgment on it. See, you were chosen to come to realize that there is no such thing as judgment. We shouldn't have judgments on anything. It just is or it isn't. That's it. It is or it isn't. This is working or it's not working. What do we do about it now? It's not something we have to remove all of this condemnation in our situations, even in the worst situations that you could possibly find yourself in with someone. Condemnation should never come in. Although we do it. Why? Because we've been taught condemnation. We taught that reward and punishment. We was taught that if we don't do right, there's a place you're going to burn forever. There's a punishment for it. And then you went to school. There was a punishment for not listening and sitting still and listening to the teacher. I always thought it was fascinating whenever you get around teachers, especially in school settings like the public school setting, their idea of a good student was someone who just sat still and listened to them. That was a good student for them. The other part that they defined as a good student was someone who got good grades. Okay. But the main focus was them sitting still and listening to them. This is just a side note. I'm like Reverend Ike. I don't let what I have to say get in the way of the lesson. But no one was ever, it is not natural for children to be sitting still listening to one person for long periods of time. It's not natural. This is why you have see, we like to blame it on the children, but it's the environment that's causing the behavioral issues because you're putting children in an environment they are never naturally supposed to be in. They're not supposed to be sitting there all and listen to this one person, blah, 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 and most of the stuff they're not even comprehending because it's the structure of the education is never designed to really stimulate their divinity. See, we were chosen to be here just to stimulate our divine nature, to bring it about, to wake it up and hone it and perfect it. I wouldn't even say wake it up because I believe when children come out, they're already in a divine state of being. They're not making demands on anybody. They're not judging anybody. They're already in a natural state of divine being. It's what happens to them in this environment that destroys it, that kills their divinity. So if you were chosen to be in this world, that means you were chosen to explore, touch, feel, taste, see, touch things, experience this life in a natural way, in a non-restrictive way. Like, you think about it, that's why children love to play out. Well, at one time they did play outside. I remember as a kid we used to play outside. We mess with the leaves and those little silkworms that used to grow at certain times of the year. You see those and you see the lightning, just manipulate them out, just seeing all of the wonders of what the world had to offer us. And then the friendships that you make along the way. That was the greatest time of our life. That's what most of us, I wish I was a kid again. What is it about being a kid that you want? Because you were just totally free from the burden of what they say being a responsible adult is. But that's what God created you to be in your natural state. Not with all of these restrictions and judgments and what they call social norms. You're supposed to break free from that. And that's what, if you watch how Christ taught, Buddha, Krishna, and the Indian faith, they all taught that. They taught what these structures, these systems, this is not God's system, this is man's system, which places requirements on you. And if you don't fulfill these requirements, you got problems. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's why I keep saying everyone's the chosen one. But we chose to believe in all of this other crap. So that's why we have the problems that we have. This is why we have the existence. This is why we don't have peace. This is why marriages don't last. Because we bought into man's idea of what we are supposed to be doing, whether it's the right or thing for us or not. Or is it the thing that's going to bring us to our highest calling of divinity? See, that's where we went wrong. We allowed our parents to tell us something, to lie to us. They didn't do it on purpose because they thought it wasn't malicious. They thought what they were doing was right. So we can't go and look at them and blame them. They didn't know better. Forgive them, Father. They know not what they did or what they continue to do. I mean, really, look at it. Look at our whole existence, right? What we talk. Go get these jobs that we really don't want. We're only doing it because we need to pay bills. We need to be responsible, right? I mean, really, is that a divine way to live? Is that a chosen lifestyle? No, Because if you had a choice, because what people say, if I had a lot of money, I'll be out of here. Y'all would never see me again. I've said that. Like, I'll be gone away from all y'all, right? Not that I don't like none of y'all. I just want to go off and just do my thing, be at peace. I don't have to be arguing about nothing. I'm just gone. And I'm going to enjoy my life. And even there's some fault in that, because really, wherever you go, there you are. And if you don't work on the internal piece of yourself, you're going to have problems wherever you go. Because guess what? You're going to be dragging the problem along with you, and that is your consciousness, your mind. Yeah, you get some temporary feel good from new people that don't know you, but once they get to know you, once you get to know them, you're going to have some more conflict because you have not worked on you. You have not decided to raise that consciousness up to the divine Christ mind. You chose to believe you chose to believe the other, that no, it's the external environment. It's the job. It's my house. This house I bought that I made a mistake buying. It's this car. It's this asphalt. It's the garbage man. It's the government. No, it's the chosen idea of you, which you chose to believe about yourself. The talks you're having with yourself. See, there's some people out there that talk to themselves out loud. You see them on the street, and those are the ones they call crazy. But then everybody is talking to himself within their own head. You just don't see it. There's just some people just don't care. They just, Flintstones over here, and they just talking. And we looking at him, oh, he crazy. Why is he crazy? Because he talking out loud about the same stuff you talk about within yourself. You just do a good job of hiding it. And no one can hear you talking crazy within your head. And ain't nobody here listening to me can't tell me that they don't say some crazy stuff within themselves. You can't tell me that. I don't believe it. Because I can tell you right now, I can be having some crazy thoughts. Like sometimes, like I touched on it the other day, sometimes I just reflect on the Bible and I'm like, what? And then you start to see things don't be making sense. Like, wait a minute, hold up. You mean to tell me that Peter got accused of being with Christ 3 times and they said he actually cursed? I be thinking, what did he actually say? Because I know if it was me and I was trying not to they was coming after me and this great crowd was trying to kill me and they trying to, and I'm trying to deny I'm with the Christ. I could see and lie and tell y'all, they came at me, I'll be strong and I would, yeah, that's my man. I'm with him. I ain't gonna see a lot of y'all like that because I don't know what that crowd looked like, what they had in their hand, what was in store. See, dude, think about it. They were hanging people on crosses and nailing them there. You think that's what Christ was facing? And you mean to tell me you be strong enough to say, yeah, I'm with the Christ. I'll go up there with you, Christ. Oh, hell no. You ain't going to get me to believe that lie. Because I'll be just like, so back to Peter. And then they would say, oh, he was with him. And then then he said, no, I ain't with him. No, I ain't with him. And then they kept pushing. Then the slave girl said, yeah, he with him. You don't think he ain't call that girl out her name? You don't think he did? Because I know in this day and time, the way people talk and say, man, he would have used the B word. You shut your damn. I ain't with it, that MF, right? See, that's crazy. See, you're just thinking about wild stuff, right? So come on. Everybody has these inner conversations with themselves. That's, if you were to actually talk about it out in the open, people would think you were out of your mind. The difference is the people you see running on the street they ain't got no filter. They just ready. They just letting it out. They done had enough to hold it in, and now they just on a lifetime crusade of just talking to themselves walking down the street. They don't need no medication. They just getting it out. That's it. They just letting it loose. They just free. We ain't free. We trying to put on a persona and hide. I ain't gonna say that because that people's gonna think I'm crazy. I'm gonna chill. And little do you know, all that bottling up start to build up, and then you bubble over. Boom. And the next you know, you just said all kind of crazy stuff when you get angry. That's when it comes out. And then say, wait a minute, I didn't know that person could flip like that. They just went from 0 to 3,000. Right? I know. All right, I think y'all get the point. It's 10:52, December the 8th. The link to the ritual is in Telegram. I don't think I put it up in our membership yet, so I need to do that. So I'm going to create a short video with instructions. I'm going to do that. I got to, my opposing mindset sometimes pull me in different directions, and then I don't do it. But I'm going to get it done. All right, let's see. Hold on. Who we got out here? Man, I ain't see. All praise to y'all. I ain't been around. We are the chosen Israelites. That's true too. Jason in Brazil said peace. If you're still in Brazil, peace to Brazil. DJ B Thunder says morning everyone. DJ B Thunder said peace, love, prosperity, and extreme wealth to everyone. Jody Stickermo said greetings and peace. Meals in the Making say public education stifles creativity, curiosity, and the child's natural desire to learn. Acts, that's true. Because we all want to know things. I think what kills people's wanting to know things, they get so programmed with how society wants them to learn, they just get worn out, worn down, and they just don't want to deal with it no more. That's how come most people, when you bring them a new school of thought, they resist it. Because they so used to being told what to think that thinking for themselves becomes a problem. And you teaching them stuff about thinking for yourself, that, man, wait a minute, that ain't right. My God said I got to go with this. And some True King says, peace. Hakeem. El Levita says, happy day. And Cacness 4 says, peace all. And I don't think I said anything. And I'm going to say peace to everyone. Yeah, like I said, sometimes when you think about Bible and how it all played out, and you think about it like on a realistic level, like what really happened, like how some of the stuff that went down, and then you're like, ain't no way. But anyway, y'all have a good rest of your Sunday. Enjoy yourselves. It's December 8th. It's not too late to get on your journey. You didn't fail. Sometimes that inaction is a way of teaching you where you need to make some changes. So just reflect on that. The key is knowing and being aware. Most people out there are not aware of the choices they're making. They know they're making choices, but they're not aware of how powerful their own mind is. That's why they place power in everything else but their own mind. See, the awareness of how powerful your mind is where that change comes. That's when you can see, wait a minute, I really do have more control than I think I have. See? And James says, have a blessed day. All right, peace, prosperity, extreme wealth to everyone. If you choose, if you're on Telegram, I what I'm going to do is go put some Reverend Ike on for a few hours and let it play in the background. I made a decision. I was trying to Q&A live on the YouTube. I'm not going to do that anymore. What I'm going to do is do it all on Telegram. So I got a lot of followers on Telegram. That's where we'll do Q&A. Just get on Telegram, because I was trying to broadcast. It was just too much. So we're going to do it on Telegram every Monday, 8 o'clock. I'll send out the emails with the link. If you're not on my Telegram channel, let me give you, go ahead and join. Since I've been doing these different lessons on Telegram, the following has been tremendous. And I believe now that that's a place where I'll go more in depth about some of these teachings that I talk about. And the next topic I'm going to have is we're going to talk about bills of exchange and stuff like that. That's been a coming back up, and it's been something. So tomorrow will be bill of exchange on Telegram. I just sent the link, put it in the chat. Now, if you don't have access to copy that, go to akimel.com and get on my email list. I got a lot of people on that list. I will send you the information by email. Okay? So get on there. And like and subscribe. Share the channel with everyone else. All right.
You need to unlock your iPhone first.
What the heck? I didn't say nothing about Siri trying to talk. I don't know what's going on. All right, peace, prosperity, and extreme wealth to everyone. You guys have a good day. You came into this world as a winner. So why are you losing now? Because you forgot. You forgot who you are. You forgot your true divinity. You forgot where your true power lies. You place power in people's idea of you and not the power in your truthful idea of yourself. So change the idea of who you are, change your life. Change how you see yourself. Change the idea that you allow external things control what's inside of you. Change the idea that you need people to validate you in order to feel like you're something.